I just spilled my Prosecco all over my book. Good morning, it is the first day of the Thrillerathon. I am not very well, so you can hear that in my voice. This is the readathon I am co-hosting this year with Harriet Rosie that's all about reading thrillers. I will link below to my announcement video on my TBR if you want to go and see how the readathon actually works. I'm not going to explain it all over again now. Before I start anything, I am going to jump in the shower because I'm feeling a bit gross. But once I'm out of the shower, I am going to kick off Thrillerathon. I am already reading this book. I cheated because I just couldn't wait to get started. I've been so excited about it and I'm already like halfway through. So I'm sorry, that's slightly cheating, but this is You Are Not Alone by Greer, Hendricks and Pekkanen. This is the third book that these two have written together. Their books are really, really popular. I so far have enjoyed them, but I haven't yet like fallen in love with either of them. This one, I'm just giving this one a prediction. This is going to be the exception. I think I am going to finally jump on the Greer, Hendricks and Pekkanen hype wagon. Anyway, I just said words. With this book, so fingers crossed my prediction comes true. Okay, I'm gonna jump in the shower, I'm gonna have some cereal, and then I'm gonna settle down and see if I can just finish this book all in one go. Wet hair, don't care. Does anyone else get like uncontrollably hungry when you're ill? The last 3 days I have just not been able to stop eating, so I'm gonna have to go get myself some more snacks. God, I really can't talk. I want to tell you about this book. My voice is just gone, but I'm really enjoying it. So I've been snuggled here for a while reading this. Also chatting to Harriet on Twitter about some Thrillerathon Twitter chats that we're going to run. I'm going to go get some water and see if I can talk better in a second. Okay, I'm back. Is my voice back? Not really sure. So what is this book about? Our main character is a girl called Shay, a woman called Shay, who right at the beginning has this super traumatic experience where she watches a woman jump in front of a subway train. So she basically was just like wrong place, wrong time, has stumbled into the situation because it turns out that this woman, Amanda, was involved in something. Over halfway through, we still don't know exactly what, but they were like slowly piecing bits together. And she was part of this group of friends led by these two like very charismatic sisters called Jane and Cassandra, which I loved because those are the Austen sisters' names. And they basically come and befriend Shay, and they are all up to something. Shay, the main character, makes decisions that are just absolutely batshit. So sometimes it's hard to relate to her. She's a bit of a fool, but I'm really into this book. And I'm done. Oh, my voice is back. What a treat. Yeah, I really enjoyed this, so this was good fun. Like, there are parts in this book that I feel don't quite make sense. There's like gaps in the believability of it for me, but this is definitely the one I've enjoyed the most of these authors' 3 books so far. It was really good fun. I read it really, really quickly, and this particular storyline is one that appeals to me the most, like somebody getting trapped, like feeling really helpless while you're reading it, wondering how you're going to get out of situations. Like, that's a really fun reading experience for me. That means I have officially collected my first Thrillerathon Cluedo card. That is for the dagger. Okay, I'm going to make some lunch now, and often when I make lunch in these vlogs, people always ask me about the recipes. So basically, these are Gusto recipes. I'm just gonna put making some noise because she's so excited about Gusto. It's a subscription service where they send you recipes and the ingredients for it every week. I absolutely love it. I never used to cook before. I'm absolutely not sponsored by Gusto, but just because people always ask me about the recipes, I thought I'd let you know. And I'll put a link in the description box below as well. So if you do want to sign up, that link will give you 50% off your first box and then 30% off your first month. And it will give me some money as well. So, you know, give it a try. But anyway, today I'm gonna make some turmeric roasted cauliflower and black rice. A nice little healthy lunch to help me get over my cold. Now, perfect for Thrillerathon, a sight that for some people will be terrifying. So much coriander! I am an absolute maniac for coriander. I love this stuff, but some people, it fills them with dread. Look how good these look. My immune system feels boosted just looking at them. We have about an hour until we're leaving the house to go to the cinema to watch Emma. That's my name. And so, for the next hour, where's my book? There it is. For the next hour, I'm going to see how far I can get into Wilder Girls. This book is already super gross, which I was warned about, but ugh. Okay, so I am just under a third of the way through, I think. Really enjoying this one so far. It's like super weird, and I love super weird books. Really, really creepy. So this one is set in this boarding school that has been put under quarantine because all of the girls are getting this sickness called the tox. but it's like this really weird supernatural sickness that like warps their bodies. So our main girl has something like growing in one of her eyes, super gross. One of her friends has like a second spine that's grown on the outside of her back. Like, they're all really weird things. There's a lot of like body horror in here, which I'm just about stomaching. Okay, cheers!
Cheers!
We just went to see Emma. What did you think?
It was terrific. Lots of very good performances. Who was the best? Bill Nighy being...
And Johnny Flynn.
Kind of strangely attractive, Bill Nighy. No,
Do you
is that
think?
weird?
Ooh.
No. Okay. Johnny
Rude.
Flynn being very attractive. Bit of bottom.
Nice bit of bottom.
Bit of bottom.
Yeah. I only quite liked the film, but I liked the bottom was the best bit.
Oh, bottom was the highlight.
Also, there was a bit where she got her bottom out. What was she doing in that scene? Where she just lifts up her skirt?
No, she was warming her bottom.
Warming her bottom on the
Yes,
fire. I
yes.
enjoyed that.
Who doesn't like a nice warm bottom? Toasty bottom.
So now we're going into film 2 of the
Yay!
evening, which I'm even more excited about, and that is...
To
Yeah,
all
you can
the
see that.
boys.
I've loved before.
P.S.
P.S.
I still love you.
And we've got wine and cookies.
Cheers.
Bye. I loved To All the Boys I've Loved Before too. That was such a cute movie. So I just got back. It's like midnight, so I'm going to snuggle in bed with Wilder Girls and read until I fall asleep. It is Storm Dennis out there, so I am snuggled up inside. I've got my cozy reading socks on. That was such an awkward angle. And I'm gonna get cracking on with Wilder Girls. So I feel like there is some conspiracy that's going to be revealed about where this illness is coming from, whether it's like actually being sent on purpose or being controlled by somebody. I love that kind of thing, so I'm really hoping that's going to be something about the answer. But yeah, I'm like halfway through and still it's so mysterious. I'm really enjoying this book, really weird. There's also a romance between two of the girls that has just started up and I am loving that. So yeah, really enjoying this book. It is weird, it is queer, it is freaky, and I don't know what's going to happen. So we're doing another gusto meal today. This is like a meatless meatballs spaghetti, and they sent me this meatless farm company mince to make them out of, and I love this stuff. It's so delicious. And there's my delicious meatball sauce bubbling away. Okay, so my lunch is just ready, but I just suddenly looked at the clock and realised it's 1 o'clock, which is the time for the first Thrillerathon Twitter chat. So I'm just gonna grab my laptop and make sure I'm taking part in that while I eat my spaghetti. Look how delicious this looks. And I've got my laptop all set up here with TweetDeck so that I can do this Twitter chat properly.
I'm the center of attention.
You are the center of attention. Oh my god, Twitter chats are hard to keep up with. There's just like so much talking going on. It's fun though. We're just chatting about questions like, what's your favourite thriller tropes, favourite TV show adaptations or movie adaptations, which was hard because at first I was like, I never really liked adaptations, so I just went with Big Little Lies, which I haven't read the book, but I liked the show. But then like the more people are saying stuff, I'm like, oh my god, I loved A Simple Favour, I loved You, like there's so many good ones. I even think that the trailer, obviously it hasn't come out yet, but the trailer for The Woman in the Window looks fantastic. I thought that book was only okay, but then watching that trailer got me excited about it all over again. So I think that's going to be a good one. I have not read anything all afternoon because I just spent like hours on the phone to Jean booking. We're going to New York together in April, so exciting, so we just booked that. Now we're going to go for a really quick dog walk before it gets too dark, but then I will snuggle down and finish this book, which I was really keen to finish. I haven't got that long left. It's my first time leaving the house today, and let me tell you, it's not really worth it. The outside is cold and wet. Hey, but look, it's daffodils. It's totally the wrong time of year. Global warming. Okay, I'm back. It's curtains drawn time. Let's finish this book. Good girl. Bye. Okay, wait, I don't understand the ending. I'm so confused. I really enjoyed that, but it got like so weird and I loved where it was going, but I don't understand what happened at the end. Oh, I need to go down the internet rabbit hole. That's the only way to cope with a situation like this. What a weird and bizarre and mesmerizing book. I really enjoyed that. And I got another Cluedo card. So Wilder Girls got me a location card, which was the study. So now I need to get a suspect. So I'm going to go for Dr. Peacock, which is, the prompt for that is to read the oldest thriller on your TBR, and I've had a book on my TBR for ages, I still haven't read, which is called Give Me Your Hand. It's a Megan Abbott book, and I've never read any Megan Abbott, but people really like her. Ooh, interesting start. I'm enjoying this one so far. And it feels like kind of thematically linked to Wilder Girls, even though they're very different. Because in Wilder Girls, the way it infects the girls is kind of like, starts when they hit puberty and it comes in cycles, so it kind of, you know, it feels like it's like linked to their periods. And in this one, the main
two women in this are both working on the study into PMDD, which is premenstrual dysphoric disorder, which is like PMS only much worse and leads women to do things like, in some cases, murder. So it feels like both of these books are kind of have that theme running through them. So yeah, it's like, this is like the grown up, less supernatural version of Wilder Girls so far. I'm 48 pages in. So now I'm going to make some dinner really quickly. My third gusto meal of this vlog, but this one's going to be like a 10-minute loaded nachos dealio. It looks really yummy. Look at this masterpiece going on here. Yummy, yummy veggie nachos.
So I have a funny little job I have to do right now. I quite often mispronounce words when I'm filming my book break videos, and so I have to like lip sync over the top to correct what I said wrong. Or sometimes it's just like the sound didn't work because it was too noisy in the background or something. So I have the video up on screen here, listening to myself in my headphones, and I'm going to try and record over the top, pronouncing it right, and hopefully people won't be able to tell that it was recorded totally after the fact. Let's see how that sounds. I had to do like 4 more takes after that one, but we got there in the end. Okay, so I am halfway through this book now. I'm really enjoying it still, and I'm pleased. I'm intrigued to see what's going to happen now, because I was starting to worry that the book was doing that thing that I really don't like in thrillers, where it all hinges on the secret, that they keep hinting at you that you don't know, and you just have to wait and wait and wait, and then by the time it comes out, it's never good enough. But this one, I was starting to worry I was heading that way, but we're halfway through and that secret has been revealed now. We now know the secret, now it should just take us to a dark place. That's the bit that I really like. I am getting all my wishes come true. Right after I recorded that, something big happened that I did not see coming, but now I kind of see where this book is going to go and I am into it. It is too cold for life at the moment, so I've come upstairs to where I just remembered I have my Imposia hooded blanket, which is exactly what I need, because it is freezing downstairs. And I finished! That's 3 books in 3 days. That means I've collected my 3rd Cluedo card. This one was Dr. Peacock. So I now have 1 of each, a weapon, a suspect, and a room. Yeah, I really enjoyed this book. All of the female characters in this were brilliant. There is a man who, you know the whole way through, but his involvement kind of becomes more significant right towards the end. I'm doing this with like no spoilers. And that didn't quite make sense, like his character didn't quite make sense to me. That was really a bit where I sort of started to like lose the thread a bit. Other than that, really enjoyed this one. It was a really fun like feminist science thriller, which is a bit different from anything I would usually read. But yeah, I'm really glad I finally read a Megan Abbott now, because yeah, I think I really like her as a thriller writer. Oh my god, your girl looks iller every day. I look like they just dug me up. So it is day 4 of Thrillerathon. So far I have read 3 books, I've collected 3 Cluedo cards, 1 from each category, so that is good, that's exactly where I want it to be. So next, I think it's time that I start reading the group book, because this is one that I definitely need to have read this week, because we're going to talk about it in the Twitter chat on Sunday. I'm really, really excited for this one. The responses so far from you guys who've been reading it have been mainly good. Some people in there I've seen haven't liked it, but the majority of you seem to have responded positively. So yeah, I'm really intrigued and excited by this one. This is definitely like outside my comfort zone, not the kind of thriller I usually read. I think it's more of like an action thriller. Okay, so I've been reading this in the bath, but now I'm annoyed and it's reminded me of why I don't like science fiction. I like it until you start trying to use real but bullshit science to explain things to me, and I'm not a scientist, so when I say it's bullshit, I don't really know, I don't know anything. But I read this whole explanation of how the idea of parallel universes exists in this book, and I was like, well, that is bullshit science. So I went upstairs to talk to Archie about it because he knows science. He then said that technically we can't disprove parallel universes because they're theoretical, and I was like, I can disprove them because I just thought about them and they sounded dumb, so that saves scientists a job. So I'm like halfway through and I'm already so annoyed at this concept. I'm gonna keep going because it is the group book and I want to talk to everyone about it on Sunday, but it's gonna be a struggle, I can tell. Science fiction is just not my thing. I've circled back around and I'm now enjoying it again, now that we've got past that little scientific explanation interlude. Oh my god. It just took a turn that I did not see coming and cannot get my head around. But I think it makes sense. How is this gonna end well? Moving to the bed because my eyes are shutting, but I just know I'm not going to be able to get to sleep until I finish this. I'm not even that close to the end, like this is still going to be a little bit longer of reading, but it's gripping. I'm hooked, I'm in, I'm sorry for all of my complaints. I'm sold. Oh my god, that ending was like the only way it could have ended, but also it was so intense. I am going to be thinking about that for so long. Oh my god, it was really upsetting. I went through such a roller coaster with this book of whether I was hating it or loving it. And I think I love it. Oh my god. Also, I'm low-key so impressed with myself because that is 4 books in 4 days so far. I'm still going strong, which means I've collected my 4th Cluedo card. And that one, oh actually I know what that one is. That one is a weapon. That was the hardback book. Collected it. Okay, it's day 5 and I've decided what I want to read next, and that is The Silent Patient by Michaelides. So many people have read this one and been talking about it, so that's why I want to read this one next, because I actually have a ton of videos on my watch later that I haven't watched yet because I've seen they have this book in them, and just in case there are spoilers in those videos I haven't clicked on them because so many people have said it's got such a good twist, so I'm so intrigued. I am legit so excited about this book because it's been so hyped, so that does mean I might well find it disappointing, but fingers crossed. I think that Books on Lala was disappointed by this one, but I know a lot of people have really loved it, so yeah, I'm so excited. I can't believe I'm finally reading it. That has been a bit of a manic day today, but I'm heading home now. I'm going to read as much of this as I can on the train. I've got a few bits and bobs to do this evening, but hopefully I will still also have lots of reading time. Okay, I've done a good amount of reading now and I'm like 2/3 of the way through, and I have literally no theories about what this twist is going to be. It's getting very close to the end for the twist not to have come up yet. Like, what can possibly happen in the last few pages? I've just figured out what it's gonna be. Yeah, I was right. Hi. Yeah, I finished it. Okay, so the twist was clever, but I think it was almost like the twist was revealed too late in the book. There wasn't enough time to process it. I don't know. It was fine, it was good, it was surprising, it was enjoyable. The most exciting part of finishing that book was that I collected my next Cluedo card, which was Sergeant Mustard. So now I have 2 suspect options. I really can't work out my feelings on that book. Like, I would give it a 4-star because it was a good book and I enjoyed it. It's just that the twist wasn't a 4-star twist. I have finally beaten my cold enough to do some exercise. I thought that because I was working from home I was going to get so much reading done so I could like read instead of commuting. Actually, it's now 12:30. I have not read a single thing yet this whole day, and now I'm going to take my lunch break and I'm going to cook myself some lunch. I've got another Gizdo meal, you know how I love those. This is a mushroom and broccoli bowl with miso dressing. It sounds delish. But then hopefully once I finish cooking that I will then finally have some time for some reading today. And I'm done with work, which means it's finally time for me to start reading this book. This is the most behind I've ever been at this point in the day this week. So finishing this whole book before I go to sleep is going to be a mission, but it's a mission I choose to accept, except for the fact that my stupid sister is there and she's probably going to distract me. Really enjoying that one so far. I always really enjoy Fiona Cummins. I think she's great. So now Sophie and I are going to make some lasagna, veggie lasagna. Look at that bubbling hot lasagna. That's why you should use my Gusto code. Okay, good morning. Day 7 of Thrillerathon. We are going to do better than yesterday. I'm going to finish this and finish another one. Ambitious? Maybe. Right, well, quite enough of that. I have a much better idea for a Friday night. Let's go to the pub. Nice. Okay, let's do this. Let's finish this bad boy. Wait, what? This is big. This is suspicious. I don't know what this means. Okay, so thoughts on this one. This was a really, really enjoyable read. It was really page turning, but I'm not sure I totally believed all of the characters. Even having got to the end, I'm not sure I totally understand what was driving the characters to do certain things. Okay. Well, that was my 6th Cluedo card. That got me a location, that got me the kitchen card. That's now 6 cards in 7 days. Ideally, I want to have 7 cards by the end of today. Am I being totally insane here? What I might try and do, it's one of the prompts here, which is for the Professor Scarlet card, is to read the shortest thriller on your TBR. Now, I don't own this yet, but on my Goodreads TBR, the shortest book is called The Test. I could buy it on my Kindle. Let me see how short it is, because if it's like really short, I could just read it now. It's really cheap. Yeah, it's really short. It's 108 pages. I think I could fully just read that now, and then I'd be back on track. Let's do it. We can do this. Wild Friday night. Woo! Eating cheese string and got a new book. That's what I call a good Friday night. This book is so cool. It's like a Black Mirror episode. I'm into it. This is so dark. What the fuck? What? I just finished that. That was so fucking creepy. That was just like an episode of Black Mirror where you're left being like, whoa. I loved that. That was so good. It was probably my favourite thing I've read this whole Thrillerathon. And it only took like an hour, less than. So that means I collected another Cluedo card. I got Professor Scarlet. So I think I have all of the suspect cards now. I'm doing so well. Only 2 more to go, but then I've got them all. I'm not going to read anything more tonight though. That would just be too much. Alright, let's do this. It's day 8, book 8. I have picked The Family Upstairs for my next book. This is Elisa Jewell, who is another like prolific author who I've never read any of her stuff. And Megan Abbott was a success, so I am, fingers crossed, also going to love Lisa Jewell. The Family Upstairs. Their secrets are deadly. This book is fun and weird and I'm enjoying it. I didn't think I've even mentioned what it's about, but it's basically about a girl who was found as a baby alone in this house with 3 dead bodies who had clearly been dead for like 3 days and they're decomposing, and yet the baby's like wearing a fresh nappy, so obviously there was somebody in the house looking after her but then vanished, and we're now following the mystery of this girl. So I thought I would just really quickly pop into town as a quick break from reading and buy a jumper that I needed, and instead I've been gone for like 2.5 hours. I bought 2 t-shirts, some shorts, a skirt, a blazer, like I ever wear blazers, 2 pairs of gloves, some fake eyelashes, and no jumper. The real Thrillerathon is going to be reading my bank statement at the end of this month. Okay, after a lot of faffing about still not reading, I have poured myself a drink and I am going to sit down here and not move from the sofa until I have finished this book. Come on, Emma, focus. This book is scary. Scary thing just happened. I am really enjoying this book so far. This is great. Loving Lisa Jewell so far. But we're taking a break because guess what? Wagamama's have just introduced a spicy vagatsu, and the second I heard it, I had to go. The Cat Deliciousness leg. I just spilled my Prosecco all over my book. Oh no, that's so wet. What do I do? How does one dry a book of Prosecco? Whoops. I love stories about cults and I love this dark freaky book. Oh. Okay, really liked that one. Really liked it. One of my favourites so far. The only thing I will say that did like immediately leap out to me that's a little bit uncomfortable is there's a character in here who is queer, and their queerness is kind of used as like motivation for like bad things that they do. That just felt a little bit uncomfortable. So I want to look up and see if anyone else has noticed that. If that's a little bit weird. But that aside, this was one of my favourite reading experiences of this week. This is just my favourite kind of thriller where it's just super fucking dark, family, messed up, culty shit. Love it. So that's book 8 on day 8 and Cluedo card 8. I only have 1 left that I need. I'm going to take a short break because that was quite a long book to read all in one day. But I am going to start on the final book later this evening. Alright, the time is finally here. Our journey is drawing to a close. I am tackling the final book for the final Cluedo card. This is Our Dark Secret by Quintana, which is a domestic thriller that I know very little about, so let's find out. And it's the final morning. I read barely any of this last night. I had no idea I was so sleepy, but I fell asleep like within minutes of that last clip. So I'm going to read this on my way to Jean's house. I am off to have brunch at Jean's house, and it's more than just brunch. I have somehow become involved in a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. Is that the right word for it? I am not a Dungeons and Dragons kind of person, but I played with Jean a few weeks ago just because I've always been like intrigued to see what it's about, and I still don't know what it's about because I just got so drunk. We were there for hours and I don't really remember what this game was about. So I've agreed to go back, try it again. So we are having a Bruncheons and Dragons session. So we will see how this goes. It's quite a long trip to Jean's house, so hopefully I should get quite a lot of reading of this done on the way there. On the way back, it depends really how much Prosecco I've drunk. Look at this spread! There were 4 friends who found a 5th. Their group enlarged, there was a power shift, so with trident and sword they stormed forward and killed the stupid fish. Yay! So we ended up playing Dungeons and Dragons for like 4 hours. That was hilarious. But I am now heading home. Time to finish off that final book and be home in time for the final Twitter chat where we're talking about dark matter. And I'm settled in for the final Twitter chat. I haven't quite finished my final book. I'm still only halfway through, which is fine because we have the evening ahead of us. But I think in the Twitter chat people are going to talk about their final answers, and the way that worked, I think I never actually explained it in this video, I explained it in the TBR, is that once you've collected all your cards, you pick your favourite from each category, the suspect, the weapon and the room, and then that's your whodunit answer. But obviously I don't know yet if this one is going to be my favourite. So that's the only thing I won't be able to answer in this chat. So I'm really enjoying this one so far, not too long to go. It's really good, but it's funny, it doesn't feel like that much of a thriller exactly, other than the fact that there is this murder mystery. Like right from the beginning, a body is found near our main character's childhood home, and she like reacts really weirdly, so we know she knows kind of something to do with it. But I'm like coming up towards the end now, and aside from that mystery being in the background, the main story that we're following of her childhood is more just like a family drama. Like there's not, it doesn't have anything darker in it than that yet. So I'm really intrigued like how this darkness is suddenly going to appear at the end. And I'm finished. That was a rather like unexpectedly nice ending. Nice might be the wrong word. It's still like a murder story, it's still a thriller, but so many of the thrillers that I usually read are, you know, and I love them for it, get like super dark and end with like there's no one to trust, everyone is terrible. And this kind of compared to that felt like this rather nice thriller story, rather cozy ending. So that is 9 thrillers in 9 days. Bloody hell. I'm going to gather them all up from around the house and then I'll wrap this whole video up for you. And with that, Thrillerathon is over and I read 9 thrillers in 9 days. I literally cannot believe I pulled that off. So out of those 9 books, I read 1 5-star book. Yes, I have since bought the physical version of this because I loved it so much, I'm definitely going to reread it. 5 4-star books, The Family Upstairs, Give Me Your Hand, Dark Matter, Wilder Girls and Our Dark Secret, and 3 3-star books, When I Was 10, The Silent Patient and You Are Not Alone, which is really good for 9 books in 9 days, because like 3-star rating still means that I liked a book. So every single one of these books were ones that I liked, and then some of them, like this one, were ones that I absolutely loved. I'm still kind of in shock that I pulled that off. The only time before I've ever read 9 books in 9 days was when I was on a holiday, so literally like all I was doing all day was reading. But this time I had a full-time job, so whew, no wonder I feel kind of exhausted at the end of that. So the only thing left to do now is to collect together all of my Cluedo cards and reveal whodunit. So starting with my suspect cards, my favourite one there was the shortest book on my TBR, which was The Test. This was my favourite book that I read in the whole readathon. So that means that my suspect is Professor Scarlet. Of the location cards, my favourite one was reading the recommended thriller, which was Wilder Girls. I loved this one, so that means the room I'm putting forward is the study. And finally, the weapon, my favourite one there was reading the group book, which was Dark Matter, so that means my weapon is the hardback book. So I can say at the end of Thrillerathon that I have solved this murder. It was done by Professor Scarlet in the study with the hardback book.
Did anyone else take part in Thrillerathon this time round? I would love to see your vlogs. If you filmed it, do leave a link below. I had so much fun. So thanks so much to Harriet Rosie for inviting me to host this with her. She is just absolutely brilliant for inventing this. The Cluedo board idea was just inspired, so well done Harriet for that, and thanks so much for inviting me to host with you. So of course give this video a thumbs up if you liked watching along with me this Thrillerathon, and leave a comment below letting me know if you guys took part, and of course hit that subscribe button for new videos every week. See you next time.